Hi, my name is Michael Zbaraschuk, and I'm an associate professor of religion at Pacific Lutheran University in Tacoma, Washington, and I am going to tell you a story. This story is about the decline of formal religiosity in America. For long periods of time, the United States seemed immune to the decline of religion that was taking place in Europe. As religion declined in Eastern Europe, in Western Europe, and even in Southern Europe, the United States continued on, and religiosity even grew through the 1960s and 70s. Many scholars in the United States kept predicting that religion would decline, but it never did. Until the last 20 years. What we have had now is a series of instruments to measure the decline in religion in America, and what is happening is startling. In 2001, about 8% of people in the United States, when asked, "What religion are you?" for a survey, answered none. That meant that about 92% of people had some kind of formal religious affiliation. In 2007, they did the survey again, and at this time, about 15% of people answered none. That's a growth of about 1% a year. When I found out this information, all I wanted at this point was a third data point to tell me if this line was going to continue up or if it was going to flatten out. What happened in 2014 shocked me. In 2014, about 22 or 23% of people across the United States answer none on a survey when asked what religion are they. This means that from 2001 to 2014, the lack of formal religiosity has grown by about 1% a year. The nones, or people who answer none when asked what religion they are, now comprise the single largest religious group in America. And in Washington state, there are even more of them at about 32% than almost anywhere else in the country. Why has this change occurred? Scholars have many different theories. Some point to urbanization, the switch from a rural lifestyle for Americans to a more urban and suburban one. In the year 1900, about 1 in 2 Americans, about half of all Americans lived on a farm or ranch. In 2000, it's about 1 in 50, about 2%. It's an enormous shift. Does this have something to do with it? Perhaps. Is it the rise in education? Some folks really like to say that education has shifted people away from formal religiosity. Is it maybe immigration? Or perhaps the lack of immigration? The people who answer none are far more likely to be third-generation immigrants or greater. That is to say, they and their families have been in the United States for longer than anyone else, and they are falling away from religion in droves. Is it maybe technology? And connection via the internet. That this is a shift in the way people know things, in the same way that the printing press and widespread literacy made another shift in the way that people know things. All of these things must matter. But if you would like to find out why religion is declining, both in the United States and here in Washington state, and what it might mean for our community and social life, you'll have to come to my talk. Thank you.